legend. This is the third review of Dino Charge, and oh my god, it's such a good series so far, and I'm really enjoying it. There were possible moments which I'm like, about in the series. I think there's only one that I saw that I'm like, but so far it's a great episode. So let's start off. First of all, you have Sledge and all his like goons are all on the ship, and they're like, oh, I'm very angry and we need to destroy the Ranger. So he's like, Sledge is like, you couldn't get a single engine in all these years, go get me one, rah, 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 rah. And this shows that I don't know, I quite like the bad guy. I quite like Sledge. I like Poison Eater as well, and I like the fact that the Fury is a bad guy, and it kind of reminds me of like the proper, the second in command, the one person that you definitely have that would attack and do what you say, and kind of reminds me of like previous like series, which I like a lot. It says that Fury's like, the keeper gave them to dinosaurs, and I don't know, it just feels like they're all going like, what? And you kind of think that over the amount of time, the amount of space technology, you'd be able to at least watch this sort of stuff. So it's kind of weird that they've not kind of done that. But I do think that these bad guys have a lot of potential. It then switches to the kind of the prison, the holding cell area, and Scrapper is wanting to escape. Now I noticed this. I don't know how, I couldn't remember the last series of Beetleborgs, but the bad guy who was next to him looked like one of the main bad guys from Big Bad Beetleborgs. So I wonder if they've actually kind of didn't know this, or they've just kind of acquired it and thought, let's just put this as a bad guy. Sledge turns around to Scrapper and says, look, hey, are you escaping? He's like, no, I wasn't. And then literally Sledge turns around, and as you can tell, all bad guys are like, hey, guess what? If you can defeat the Rangers and if you can bring me back an Energem, I will chauffeur you around the world. To anywhere you want in the galaxy, not the world, because that would be quite something. But he's like, I'll take you anywhere. So I think this is going to be a main like point, which I think I've covered in previous reviews, where it's like, look, hey, if you can destroy the Rangers, if you can bring me what I want, I'm going to give you the freedom, and I will take you anywhere you want to go. And thus, therefore, happy days. I get what I want, you get your freedom, but we all know what's going to happen. But literally, this gives them the incentive to go, like, yeah, go down. And literally, the other monsters have heard this, and they're thinking, yeah, if we can team up and we can destroy the Rangers, and take what you want from them, boom, we're happy, we can do it, no problem. Riley is now practicing, he's using his sword skills, and he is definitely hammering these tennis balls. Don't know what they've done to him, but he's like, yeah, I'm going to take you down. And I think he cuts one in half and they kind of split off, or they're all being cut in half, I don't know, but he's literally defending it and knocking them out. Shelby comes along and she's like, oh, excuse me, and then she starts kind of like mocking Tyler, who's like, oh, look at this, yeah, I'm dressed in a uniform. I like this. I can't wait to serve burgers, and I like this enthusiasm. He's like, yeah, maybe he didn't have a job. Maybe he's working with. You can see dinosaurs, like he flips those burgers and looks out the window. There's a T-Rex fossil skeleton thing. I don't know, I think this is cool. Due to the Energems, they cannot age, and this is due to Koda. Koda has come out and he's walking and he's like, oh, speaking in that kind of broken English. And it kind of annoys me a bit. I think that's the second thing I found in this season. So they found out that Koda is 100,000 years old, and that's due to the Energems. So he's pretty much seen what the Power Rangers have done in the past on Earth, not the ones in outer space or not in another galaxy. They explain, and you find out, and Shelby's like, yeah, really cool. And you can see that there's like kind of fun dynamic within the group, because they're kind of like taking the piss out of each other. They're kind of insulting, but not to the point where you're like offended, because literally as soon as she's like, oh, I can't age, I'm gonna be 18 forever, yay, you have time technology, girl, Time Lord technology, you don't age. And then you've got the Black Ranger, he's like, hey, yeah, I'm gonna look like this forever, I'm gonna look good. And she's like, well, there's kind of some downsides to this. So you kind of think they're gonna make little jabs and jibes all through the series. I hope they do, because that kind of shows that they're a proper team, and the team dynamic is exactly the same, and it's fun. That's what I'm hoping. We find out then that Koda has been drawing on the walls in a cave painting style, and Shelby's like, oh, I know what this is. They explain what it is, and they find Fury. He's painted Fury. He then runs and gets his book. Tyler does, and goes, this is Fury, and there's a lot of information, so I'd be interested to see what it reads and what it says, not as production notes. Tyler walks in, remember your lines, Tyler, remember you are the leader, rah rah rah, or something like that. I think this is quite cool. So then they find out that things are coming to Earth. 7 major big things are just hurtling to Earth, and they go, yep, bad guys. So what do? They cheese it out there. They run through the forest, they run, and then they reach the bad guys, and they see them walking over, doing this whole walk, power walk thing, and it looks kind of cool, and it's like, yeah, power walking. This is the most energetic review I've done ever so far. So literally they introduce themselves, and the bad guys are like, well, we're here, who are you, your rangers, and Shepard goes, Power Rangers, or she goes, power. And I kind of like this. I think she's going to be the character that stands out the most in any of the series. And so far, third episode, it's doing really well to kind of impressionate on everyone. I like this. Literally, Sledge comes down with his rocket pack, and I think this is awesome. Forget teleporting, jetpacks. That's what it's all about, jetpacks. So with this happening, he's saying like, he wants the energems, if not he's going to destroy the world, you have an hour, etc, etc. Then Fury's in the background, he's like going, signaling him, so something is up. I just kind of thought it was the nod, the, sup? Yeah, Fury, is that Sledge, how you doing? Yeah. I think this kind of thing would be the main thing. So this is the main point, he gives them an hour, he says like, I want the energems, if you don't give me the energems, I'm going to destroy the planet, blah, blah, blah. At this point, because Fury is there, Tyler is like, what the hell? Oh, I want to go fight him. I forgot to mention that as Sledge is saying it, saying he wants the energems, Keeper comes out, just appears out of nowhere, just teleports in, and he's like, hey, the energems don't belong to you, I gave them to the dinosaurs, and he says he gives them to the Rangers, and I'm like, well, if no one owns them, why, I think they're just using them. So it was more kind of thing, you can't have them, Sledge. At this point, when the monsters are all down, the Rangers transform, they morph because the monsters attack, and it's like, and it's like, oh, we've destroyed them, no, we've transformed, and they start fighting. This is really an interesting point, because at this point in time, they're fully morphed, so you think, yeah, they're able to take some of them down. They actually get taken down really quickly, and rather than just a bam, like, quite a good fight scene, it's like literally a few punches and the powers dissolve. Now, I don't know if this is going to be we are more powerful as a group or as a unit, we can then destroy you and take you down, or this is just like literally them saying, we need more power later on. So literally, they just demorph really quickly, and I'm like, wow. You've got the Black Ranger, he's using his gun, he's like, yeah, 1, 2, 3, done, I'm better than you. And then you got Riley using his thing, it's Black Ranger's called Chase. So you got Riley using his weapon, his sword, but then Shelby's using a kicking, and again, boom, they get taken out really quickly and they demorph. There we go. Sledge flies off in his rocket pack, and then rather than the monsters teleporting out, you have like the the smoke kind of like makes them disappear. So it's kind of cool. Tyler then wants to go after Fury, and the others don't want it. They think he is abandoning the team. But to be honest, Tyler's like, oh, I want to go find what happened to my dad. I'll fight Fury, I'll get my answers that I want, etc, etc. And then Tyler runs off. The others go like, well, we're going to head back to the base. We don't want to kind of fight, we need to go back to the base and think it over, talk it over, and find out what needs to be done. Boom, like the Rangers like kind of run away. And this is quite a thing, you see the monster kind of peeking out. So you're like, oh, he stayed behind for some reason. Why did he stay? Talia then is turning around and he chases Fury, and then kind of sneaks and he hides. Fury turns his back, Sledge comes, and he's like, look, the plan's going well, the Ranger's going to lead the bad guy to the base. No, he's going to lead, was it a scrap person? They call him Scrappy. So he says Scrappy's going to go to the base, he's going to follow the Rangers, and Talia's like, crap, need to get back there as fast as I can. Rangers then run all the way to the base, and the monster's definitely seen him. He's like, look, I'm going to go tell Sledge now what's happening, what has happened with this one, and then we're going to reveal the base, so we can just destroy the base and take the energems for ourselves. And that's how you do it in episode 3. Don't wait near the end of the season to destroy the base, just literally follow them. I think that was a very good idea, and it shows that these monsters are possibly the most the most intelligent ones, the ones that really want to do it, and boom. I think this is awesome. I like the fact that the monsters are thinking outside the box, so I just take the fight to them straight away. But you kind of think, Dinosaur Rangers, Dinosaur Museum, go for it. I would. That's what I would just plow in, bam, hit them, destroy them all. The Red Ranger confronts the Scrap Heap monster. Sledge confronts Scrap Heap monster, and then he disappears. He runs away. He's like, oh, I'm gonna go tell my boss. you know, you can't stop me. So Tyler jumps into his car, or van, or minivan, or whatever it is, and chases him. You find out then the scrappy monster gets into a spaceship, and rather than teleport, which would be the easiest thing, or turning into your hand thing and flying into space, no, you have to get in a spaceship, and the spaceship's hidden, and yeah, Tyler just rams it with his car, the scrappy monster falls out, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna get you. They morph, they fight, and in this meantime, while this is happening, Kendrix, or Kendra, whatever her name is, I can't remember this one, there's so many names, it's gonna be really hard to remember them all. So Kendra is saying, like, you know, you've got new armor mode, this is, you know, helping you with this antenna, you know, this will help you in your fight, and it's quite quickly they're getting a power mode. Now I don't know in Q Ranger if they actually had it straight away, or if it was later on in the series, or normally you find out they have these superpowers straight away and they kind of use them. So it's interesting to see that, you know, they're using a powered up mode straight away, that all of them get it, rather than say just certain ranges. So this is going to be an interesting, they're kind of, we're going to talk about why I like this season, and we're going to do like another video on this one. Right, so literally they all have a thing. Chase is kind of like, well, you know, Tyler ran off on us, so, you know, why should we do this, you know, and you find out that Tyler's fighting the monster, and they're like, oh, we've got to run. So Tyler's morphed, he's doing his whole thing, and then he gets knocked down and he demorphs. The others come running in and they do a group morph with a new power, and I really like this. I think this is awesome. Now I probably said the Super Mega Force one was my favourite. This has now taken the place. The whole thing in the black, they do the whole spinning thing, and it looks really cool. Oh my god, this is really cool. And then they find out they've got new power modes, they fight the monsters, they find out that they can you combine Zords later on. Shelby calls her Zord, and she's really happy about it, and the other's like, oh yeah, you called it, you haven't you? She's like, yay! And I don't know, at this point, it felt like she was just turning around and be like, yeah, I've got it. Oh my god, what the hell? So this is kind of weird. It's not kind of weird, but it's kind of fun at the same time. Kendrick's like, look, you can combine your Zords now. You know, she thinks she's found a way, and obviously because you think the only way is we need more ranges, then that's the reason why. So she tells them, Koda's like, we can do this. Koda runs up and he's like, yo, this is what we can do. And then the Red Ranger takes his battery, combines it with his gun, fires it, and it's both a different one. And you kind of think at that point when he's saying it, that's how the Zords combine. So Koda calls his Zord, Tyler calls his Zord, and then they combine. And the whole thing of calling them takes too long, but I don't know, it might shorten as the Mega Robot. This needs to be shortened quickly, or the Zords will come in. They combine, he shoots a laser into their eyes or their face. I thought at first it shot them into the back of them, like the bum. But no, it brings it together. And that's pretty much it, to be honest. They combine, they fight, and I like the Megazord cockpit. It looks pretty much like the Jungle Fury one. So then they're like, yeah, there's more power, they put the guns in, they do the fighting styles, and they take out the monster quite quickly. Now, I don't know if we've had the Super Mega Force, that's a Super Mega win. We've had Samurai, I can't remember Samurai, it's that bad, but it goes like Monster, Extinct. I don't know if this is going to be a main thing for the continuation of it all, or if this is going to be kind of one or two things where we don't hear that much, but maybe we get more input because we don't have the, you know, Tyler, Shelby at the end of the videos, no, at the very beginning of the series, you know, like in the intro, and it kind of cuts into like if I'm remembering correctly, I think I might have missed a scene, but then now they're back into the kind of the restaurant and they're flipping burgers, they're getting everything ready, and again this reminds me of Jungle Fury, so there's quite a lot of elements of the different Power Ranger seasons that it kind of reminds you, it's nostalgia feeling. Chase apologizes to Tyler and he says, look, I'm really sorry, I know you wouldn't lead the team, I know this would never happen, etc, etc, I'm just really sorry. And you know, Tyler's like, yeah, it's fine, I'm gonna flip this burger. I quite like Koda's face where he goes like, Tyler goes, look, I've got this, flips the burger, and like it's like, where's it gone? No, I don't know how, if the burger goes up and that way, because then you just see literally Koda go smiling and then spits out all the food, and they're like, ugh, and to be honest that all went over the actual normal food and then it has to be thrown away. So that's pretty much it. That is the episode breakdown, like kind of running through that I could remember. I hope I didn't miss any scenes. If I have, let me know down below in the comments. Now, this is a really good season so far. It's got very strong roots, it's got a very strong cast, and I really like it. Now, the only gripe I had about it was when you see all the other Rangers opening their belt buckles and taking the batteries out. Now, you've seen Tyler do it obviously to use them all, and then suddenly later on he opens the belt again and he has another battery. And it's like, what the hell, why would you have another one? But when all the others have used like the first two, they're on the third, etc, etc. Now that's the only thing I had about this whole episode. Apart from it, I liked it, I really do. I really like Dino Charge. I think it's going to be a very good season. I think it's going to be possibly one of the best we've seen in a very long time. And oh my god, I can't wait for the next episode. I'm hoping that they're going to surprise us, to bring in the other Zords, and then we start seeing maybe hints of other Rangers. But again, I kind of want this now. I know it's episode 4 coming up this week, and I hope to get it out on time. But again, this is a really cool series so far, and I'm really kind of enjoying it. Tell me, Rangers, it's your question. What do you think about Dino Charge so far? Let me know down below in the comments, and as always, guys, thanks for watching. If you've liked this video, like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the other stuff, and I will see you in a bit.